A while ago, YouTuber Monkey Jones, press F to pay respects, talked about the idea of Greg Heffley being a sociopath, and while the evidence all seemed to be there, his video was more focused on the general Wimpy Kid books instead of diving into each and every one specifically. For this Inside the Mind of Greg Heffley series, I'm revisiting every book to try and see what's really going on inside the mind of this iconic middle school loser, and we'll be trying to figure out if Greg really is a sociopath. I covered the first in this series in the previous video, so it's only natural to head on over to Rodrick Rules, which isn't as straightforward to analyze as what came before. The general plot of this bestseller sequel is that Rodrick knows a secret about Greg that happened during the summer, and if Greg does anything bad to his brother, then he'll tell the whole world the embarrassing secret. Of course, since this is a Diary of Wimpy Kid book, a lot more goes on than just that, but the main focus is the relationship between Greg and his older brother. While the first book emphasized school life, we definitely see much more of his home life here, which brings up some interesting ideas. Side note, I'm surprised revisiting this series. It's genuinely still funny and well written. Anyway, even just a quick look at the cover and you can tell Greg doesn't have the best relationship with Rodrick, but let's put that on hold for a bit. As a very small example revealing Greg's true nature, early in the book he talks about this super smart kid named Peter Uteger, and he raised his hand in class all the time. Eventually, Greg decided to start picking on him by calling out that this kid's initials were PU, and of course it was spreading everywhere across the school. Just because of this incident, Peter is now a C student and barely raises his hand anymore. He does mention he feels a little bad about the situation, but hey, that doesn't stop him from bragging about basically ruining a kid's school life. Classic Heffley. Something else pretty terrible he did was the whole situation surrounding Chirag Gupta, who, if you remember, appeared in the first movie. Well, he was basically invisible as Greg got everyone to act like he never existed, and this went on for a while.
Man, I sure do miss Chirag. Wonder when he's coming back. It's almost like I can feel his presence.
What are you talking about? Here I am.
What's interesting is that he blames his mom for teaching him to do this from a past traumatic experience, and his actions being based on family members is explored even more as the book continues. At one point in Rodrick Rules, Greg pulled a prank on Rowley by placing a dumbbell on the floor, resulting in Rowley's broken toe. Yeah, don't ask. But then Manny saw it all happen. In order to avoid Manny telling what happened to their parents, Greg pretended to run away for good and feel shameful of his actions. Well, Greg said he got the same idea from Rodrick. He's clearly influenced a ton by how their family members acted towards him in the past, so who knows? Maybe Greg is like this now because he's been treated awfully by Rodrick in his childhood years, so he's looking for other people to pick on to take out his anger. After all those years of getting pushed around by Rodrick, I was definitely ready to move up a notch on the totem pole. Yeah, these pictures pretty much explain everything. Of course, there's still those terrible Heffley moments of manipulation, narcissism, and just being a bad person. Whenever Rowley is getting attention from girls, Greg goes out of his way to direct that attention towards him, and he once again believes he's better than everyone else. At one point, Greg bought a second diary just to get a key to unlock Rowley's diary because he thought Rowley was writing about him. Oh yeah, and there's the bullying I mentioned earlier with PU and Chirag. But probably one of the most surprising developments for Greg as a character came at the end of the book. Rodrick's viewed by others as someone he really doesn't want to be seen as, so he hides in the basement waiting for everything to die down. And even though Rodrick can be a huge jerk sometimes, he is my brother. So that's why I offered to help him out with his project, but just this one last time. We worked together all night, and I don't mean to brag, but we did a really good job. Okay, that's a wholesome ending if I've ever seen one. Despite all this bullying and brother problems, Greg actually helps out and even feels sorry for him. It's pretty unexpected, and it does challenge some of the ideas from the sociopath theory. While Rodrick Rules overall painted Greg in a better light than the first book in the series, he's not entirely off the hook. Keep in mind, this is his perspective, so he's gonna make himself seem as nice as he can. Plus, anytime I see him do something good, I remember everything from Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid, and yeah, it's hard to like him after reading that. Next up, The Last Straw. Will it involve Greg's redemption arc or plunge him deeper into the abyss of being an awful person? Find out soon. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.